Florida Gators and the Miami Hurricanes kicked off our college football season on Saturday, and honestly, I'm at a loss for words. I don't know who deserved to lose the game more. There were so many mistakes that both teams made that I'm not sure if I can even call either one of them a winner. Florida won the game, but I'm not sure if they won. The only thing Florida should celebrate about this game is that their defensive line was amazing, and specifically Zuniga, number 92, he dominated his competition, and he really picked on that true freshman left tackle of Miami, Zion Nelson, and he just destroyed them. But in regards to everything else, they were pitiful, and that's a bit of hyperbole, but I just had to say it. They had 4 turnovers, Florida did, 2 fumbles, 2 interceptions. They had 27 rushing attempts for 1.9 yards per rush, literally less than 2 yards per rush on 27 rushing attempts. How do you even do that? Not to mention that they had 9 penalties, and they only possessed the ball for 23 minutes and 47 seconds, and they somehow won this game. Miami possessed the ball for 36 minutes, and they still found a way to lose this game. It was horrible. Missed tackles on both ends. The penalties in the last 90 seconds alone. Florida with 2 crazy pass interference penalties in the last 90 seconds of the game on a 4th and 34 and a 3rd and 12. So Miami really has no business complaining about losing this game, if anybody had a complaint, because it was horrible. Miami can probably only be happy about the fact that their defense played fairly well, and that DJ Dallas, the running back, he's really talented. That Wildcat formation they used, that was like their most successful offensive play of the night, and he had a TD from it too, DJ Davis, a really long one. And Florida, just the tackling on that play, it hurt my soul. So I'm not going to talk too much, because I will literally talk for 2 hours about all the horrible things I saw in this game. And there were some good things, but just the bad things stuck out. But I'm going to talk about 2 plays that show you, or just the epitome of how both teams struggled and how they literally almost let the game fall out of their grasp. I'm going to do a Florida play first, and I'm going to do a Miami play, and you'll probably see what I mean. So first of all, let's go to the 13-minute, 34-second mark of the 4th quarter. Felipe Franks struggled, and he had some okay things he did, but he struggled for the most part. And that early 4th quarter interception, this play that I'm about to show you, was atrocious, mainly because of the timing and placement of this throw. He doesn't seem sure of himself here. He waited until his receiver was well past his defender up the seam. Not only was he late on the throw, but he threw it too high. This allowed for the safety to get back into play and get the pick after it bounced off the wide receiver's hands. This ball should have been thrown when the wide receiver cleared a foot ahead of the linebacker and hit in stride. But no, he waited until the wide receiver was wide open, and then he threw the ball too high. And that's just too much. You can't expect to beat top level athletes like that. And the worst thing overall is that this play could have been outright avoided. Like literally, if he just thrown the ball to where he needed to, and the fact that there was a safety outlet, like one of the far wide receivers to the right ran a little curl, a hitch route actually, like 5 yards, and he was wide open for a second. And if Franks was unsure about the first route of the seam, just throw it there. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Let's talk about the Miami play. The 9-minute, 59-second mark of the 4th quarter. Keep in mind, Miami is up 20-17. The final score was 24-20, Florida's way. So Miami, if they score this touchdown, this game probably is over, because the Florida offense in general couldn't really score much here. So this drop touchdown here by Miami may have been Florida's savior. Not necessarily, because when things change, when score change, a lot of people don't give enough credit to the fact that your outcomes or how a team will play a situation will change when the score changes. Like, who's not to say that after Miami could have possibly went up 27, Florida became more aggressive on offense and then scored more points. But if the rest of the game played out the same exact way that it did, and Miami scored this touchdown, then they probably would have won. But that's another discussion for another time. Jeff Thomas here had a touchdown. Their offense struggled mightily, Florida's did. And so this touchdown really could put them over the top. On this play, Jeff Thomas got away with a bit of a push off here. And it was a great recovery by C.J. Henderson at the top of this route. His feet never falter. I think one of C.J. Henderson's greatest traits is that his feet move really well when he's in coverage, which probably every good cornerback needs this. He continued to adjust his hips and feet to the outside because that is where the wide receiver, Jeff Thomas, rounded off his route as he went to the pylon. And so he adjusted his feet to the outside and he blanketed Thomas. He actually got back into the play. The crazy part is that redshirt freshman quarterback Jarren Williams had excellent ball placement here as he threw the ball low and to the outside. And based upon how Jeff Thomas ran this route, C.J. Henderson had no way to get to this ball. Jarren put this ball where it needed to be. This play was set up for the win. There's no way for Henderson to get to this ball. And Jeff Thomas made a play on the ball, reached out and grabbed it with both hands. But C.J. Henderson saved his team here by pressuring Thomas by wrapping him up and clawing at the ball until it popped out. And if C.J. Henderson doesn't make this play, this is most likely a touchdown because everything else on this play was done right. Like the push off wasn't called. The ball was exactly where it needed to be, and the receiver adjusted to the ball really well. C.J. Henderson was the one who ended this play's success. Just imagine these two plays I just talked about. I think you get the point. These two teams really allowed this game to slip through their hands multiple times, and somebody just had to fall into a victory at the end. If you want me to do more analysis of this game, let me know, and I can make some more videos, but that's all I have to say right now. If you want to see the last video I made, click on the video right here, and if you want to see a video that the YouTube algorithm suggests that you watch, click to the video on the left. I would love for you to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.